Okay. Anyways, so are you disappointed? Are you disappointed?
Okay, okay. I have fucking words to say here. Alright, let's go. Fucking Keshi or whatever the hell the stupid mobile game was. It's a mobile game, puzzle game. I don't care.
It's a
It's fine.
puzzle.
It's harmless. I have no issues with it. It's cute. It uses little erasers. It's cute. It's fine. I accept that.
It sounds, honestly, to me, it sounds like something that you're waiting. You know, you have 10 minutes to kill. You turn it on, you play a
Yeah,
couple games,
yeah.
and that's it. That's the perfect
It's
style of
Pokemon
game.
Shuffle. It's I don't know, Bejeweled, any of those. That's fine. No big deal there.
Yeah.
Um, the next order of events here with the I don't what was it, like 5 to 10 minutes of it literally was like 10 minutes of Dragon Quest X and Dragon Quest X offline, neither in America, which that's fine. Honestly, that's fine. I don't care. You had a whole presentation for half an hour before you went to all the American and English speaking audience. You should have just showed it off there. Like you had a
Like,
whole event there.
there's
But they
no
wanted to
point.
have Yuji Horii there for teasing it. I understand that, but it's kind of a dick move at the same time.
Well, I mean, like, Dragon Quest X Online, I can totally understand. Like, I feel a lot of it has to do with they don't want it to compete with Final Fantasy 14, which, okay, I get that. But you literally have no reason not to have the offline version. Like, there's no
Yeah,
reason. Like, you
yeah. I
don't have
feel
to
like
bring
they
it.
should at least consider releasing the offline version here, but
You
I feel like
don't have to
even
bring up
then, like, they
servers.
won't do it.
You don't have to, like, you won't have it compete with your Square Enix's big online game. Like,
They make far too much money off 14.
there's no reason why you can't bring the offline version. It's literally just another Dragon Quest game for people to play. That's it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's kind of a shitty thing to do to show it off like this, but I get it. You were already on like the sixth major expansion of Dragon Quest X. Catching all that up would be a hell of a lot of translation work. I get it. It sucks, but I understand it. Then we go to the Dragon Quest 3 remake. Amazing. I did not expect
there's
that.
only
I
one
love it.
phrase to describe how hyped I am for that, and that phrase is I'm nutting. Like, seriously, it looks
I
so
am
good.
shocked by that one on how amazing and how much I actually want that. Think that looks incredible.
Definitely.
However, why 3? 3 literally just released on Switch and PS4 like a year ago.
That was a lot longer than
It
a year ago.
no, it wasn't. There's no
Dragon
way.
the
It might have
trilogy?
yeah, that was, like, during the whole COVID thing, wasn't it? Was it not? I
No,
thought it was. Maybe it was.
it was well
I
before it.
time means nothing to me. Switch version was 2019. Okay, so it's been a year and a half. I'm
Well,
sorry.
the PS4 versions of them came out well before. Did they not come out at the launch
Yeah,
of?
the 3DS and the PS4 version came out well earlier in Japan. In America, only got the Switch version, which they don't give a shit about us anyway. Um,
Yeah, it sounds
but to
strange.
remake it in the style of Octopath is fantastic. I just would have preferred Love to 7, 8, or 9, which don't have a modern version really.
The only thing that bothers me about that is the fact that we already have Dragon Quest 3 on current consoles, like you were saying. Like, why not do
But at the
something
same
like
time, 3 deserves it in every way.
oh,
3 is amazing.
3 definitely deserves it. It
3
bothers
is
me
one of the
though.
best. The only other one I would want like that would be like 5. Put 5 like that, I'm in. But even then, 5 doesn't need the DS version looks great. Just release that with full widescreen support and everything like that on a console. It's golden. But whatever. I'm fine with it though. It looks fantastic and yeah, it's fantastic. And it's not it's not a remaster, it's a full remake. That is a full remake of 3 in a HD 2D style, which is fantastic. Uh,
Yeah, I feel like
I'm good with that. I just think it's kind of weird to do 3 again.
the thing that gets me is they always end up like Square Enix with Dragon Quest. It's always 1, 2, 3. We have
Yeah,
so many releases of Dragon Quest 1 to 3 that it's like,
yeah,
what about 4 to 6? 4 to 6 arguably are probably some of the best Dragon Quest games.
yeah.
Like
I
six,
I
not
fully
maybe
agree.
six, not maybe it's average. It's not amazing, but it's not bad by any
6 is pretty
means.
average, but 4 and 5 are fantastic.
Yeah. So like, and four would be amazing, fully built up in that HD 2D style.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
But
I
no,
mean,
they're gonna. The problem is with Dragon Quest, they always stick to the Erdrick trilogy,
yeah,
and
and they
that's
did
why they
tease one
teased
and two
it
as well.
in. They teased it in 11 as well. They still have connections to that trilogy in 7 and 8. Like that's that's their favorite thing. That is the Dragon Quest equivalent of Pokemon's Gen 1ers. That's what it is. When the fact of the matter is 5 and 8 are better than the Erdrick trilogy, 11's better than the Erdrick trilogy. 9 is pretty good, but not probably not better. But they always just throw that stuff in, like people like a lot of the same stuff, a lot of the like Sword of Erdrick and stuff like that. I'm fine with it. I'm not shitting on it because I love 3. I'm still excited for it, but I just think it's kind of an odd choice. But that's her choice. I don't know who her is. Their choice. Dragon Quest Treasures I hate. I'll wait until I see more of it and I'll probably like it.
It
But I'm
seems like
actually a little
this.
pissed off that they decided to change their mind on having Eric and Mia have their own monsters game and turn it into a different game due to what and I'm pretty sure they said just twists and turns led to this. And I'm just like, do it. Like, fuck. Like, I was really hoping to hear that because I love the Dragon Quest Monsters games. I'm a huge fan of like monster like collecting games like that. Like Pokemon and like all even like the old Dragon Quest Monsters games. They're really fun. Dragon Quest Monsters Joker, I played a ton on the DS. And I mean, we didn't even get the last 2 Monsters games, which were remakes of the first 2
Terry's
for
Wonderland,
3DS.
from what I played, was really fun. I
Yeah.
played it on the 3DS for a little bit, but not knowing Japanese all that well, I didn't get too far into it. But from what I played, just the way
Well,
that
there's
it
full
plays out,
translation patches for both Terry's Wonderland 3D and the sequel.
this
They
was
have full translation
shortly this
patches.
was shortly after it came out. So,
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
but
But
but yeah, it
but yeah,
was.
it's like they're really good. They're really, really good, and they're like, "Lols, Americans don't understand how to capture monsters. Pokemon doesn't sell there. Oh, wait."
Japan tends
Uh,
to think that
I'm salty. I'm
Americans
really
are
salty
dumb.
on this one, actually. I'm really salty. Just because, like and then, like, what was after that? They had Keshi, 10 offline, 3 treasures, and then 12. Because when I think Dragon Quest, I think, "Ow, the edge. Let's make a dark and edgy Dragon Quest," because
Well,
literally no one in the world asked for that.
the way that I looked at it is you have all the people that grew up playing Dragon Quest. Realistically, a lot of people that have been playing Dragon Quest since the very first game are probably in either their very late 30s or early to mid 40s. So you have these people that have been enjoying this series for their entire life, and you can't really have a super cartoony thing for these because you want to have something that these people can continue to enjoy. So you have it a little bit darker, and
Yeah, yeah, no, I feel like you know what they should really do for the 35th anniversary? Completely change the series. They even said they're changing up the battle system, but keeping it command based. They're making it darker. So literally the 2 things that make Dragon Quest, they're changing. Granted, who knows? It could be for the better. We don't know yet,
I
but
don't see it being
I
fully
don't
action
like it.
based. I don't see it being fully action based. They might
I don't
have
either, but we'll see
concepts of
where it goes.
action, but I don't
Or
see
maybe
it.
something how like Chrono Kiseki is, where it's like turn based and action.
Yeah. I mean,
or
I
maybe a
would
Final Fantasy 7R style, command mode that's terrible and no one should ever play.
how much that would annoy people so much. Like I wanted to stay traditional turn-based myself, but I'm aware, like, not to say that like Dragon Quest or turn-based RPGs are dying, but there's less of a demand for them for the most part, I guess, as opposed to, 20 years ago. So I can see them trying to meet in the middle, sort of. Not fully
Like, I
action
like
based,
the
but
logo. I like the logo for 12. I like the Flames of Fate. It sounds cool. The worldwide releases are fantastic.
yeah, I'm really happy
I'm
about
just
that. The fact that we're getting
I'm
worldwide
just
releases.
really I'm really on the edge on that one. Like, I'm not staying hyped because, like, that kind of style I expect from Final Fantasy. Like, Final Fantasy 15 or 16 being, like, more dark and mature, I'm down for that 100%. More action-based, that's fine because that's where they've been going towards. That's fine. But to go from 11 being, like,
Super bright
super
and
wholesome,
super bright and
like,
colorful and everything like that to this is like that's a huge change.
Dragon Quest is, like, traditionally the wholesome, bright, happy adventure style, not the dark, gritty. Like, what are we gonna have, like, a anti-hero? Like, oh god, I
That
just
would be weird
oh,
because you like
oh.
literally every Dragon Quest has more or less the same storyline.
I just gave myself the worst feeling ever of instead of having a traditional Dragon Quest hero, they have a traditional Dragon Quest anti-hero, and I just wanted to die. Like, ugh.
Yeah, no, like Dragon Quest is generally, oh, your ancestors were the hero. They saved the world 200 years ago. Now you have to deal with the same thing, and then you be the hero, and then it just keeps on going like down like the line of heroes, basically, right? But now that they're gonna, if it's like a whole anti-hero style thing, it's gonna be, I don't know. I'm honestly a little bit worried for the series, like where it's gonna go from here. And like when they were
This
doing
was
that
probably
thing,
one of the, worst case scenarios for me, honestly.
like that whole thing at the very end where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna draw this eye on this slime statue thing for good luck because it's for good luck." Part of me was
It's a
thinking,
Dharma, yeah.
yeah, yeah, you need luck for that. You need good luck, and hopefully, hoping this whole series doesn't die from this direction that you're going into.
The series won't die, but if they fuck this up, they're going to have a shitstorm, basically. Like, Dragon Quest is
Definitely.
one of the most beloved series of all time. Like, it's a risky move to go and try and do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna happen here.
I'm
I'm
looking forward to the memes that I'm already starting to see on Twitter of the Dragon Quest 12 protagonist will say "fuck" many times during battle and cutscenes, even during the pause menu. So that just seems very fitting for a dark remake or dark game. It's made for adults.
there you go.
The Dragon Quest hero, it's in this beloved game for adults, goes to his day job and wants to die.
Works an office
Like,
job.
he's a salary man. He comes home to his wife, who he sees 3 hours a week, cries as he falls asleep
You
in the
seem to
office because he can't go home.
you
He
seem
doesn't
to
have time
have
to go home.
the a lot of
Stupid
experience with this.
final boss, the gate blocking the roof so he can jump off. Um, anyway, that was too real. Those are real issues in Japanese culture. Seriously, I'm not joking on that. All that stuff is legitimate. People do sleep in the office because they don't have time to go home. That is a real thing.
Hmm.
Seek help. Anyway, um, so we're all in agreement that the new Dragon Quest is Yakuza 7, right?
That's Dragon Quest 12.
That's the real Dragon Quest 12. Dragon Quest 12 is gonna be more like Yakuza. I'm okay with this, actually. I love that. Yakuza 7's like, we're gonna be more like Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest, like, we're gonna be less like Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I'm worried about it, but I'm I don't know. I'm gonna, hope for the best and hope it kind of switches.
I'm We'll see. We'll see on Dragon Quest 12 because we have no release information on any of this.
No gameplay information. We have logo information, and that is it.
It really seems like the Octopath remake, Dragon Quest 3 remake, and Style of Octopath is the only one we saw gameplay of. So
Hmm.
maybe we'll get to see that in the next year. I seriously don't expect Dragon Quest 12 for at least 2 years. They announced Dragon
Yeah,
Quest 11 in a similar fashion, and it took them ages to get it out.
yeah. But I do like
So,
the
like,
fact that they're aiming for worldwide releases. That's nice.
that's nice. That is nice. I mean,
Um,
Dragon Quest 11, yeah, it took 2 years from announcement to release. So, and then we got it like a year later.
yeah. So hopefully it ends up in its favor,
Yeah,
right? Like
I'm glad we're getting that. I'm definitely glad we're getting that simultaneous release because having to wait for like a year and a half for Dragon Quest 11 was this really shitty feeling. 'Cause I remember there was a lot of maybe we're not going to get it because we didn't get 10, and that was a lot of that's a
everybody
big
was kind
bummer.
of panicking because of it.
Yeah, I remember that times. A side note, Dragon Quest 11 is a great game. Don't fuck up 12.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But
Man,
yeah,
this like this stream is probably one of the biggest letdowns of the year so far. I'm not gonna lie on
the
that
only
one.
thing that really let me down about the whole thing is the fact that, like, you spent you have this stream directed towards English speaking audiences, and you spent a good amount of it talking about games that are not planned for worldwide release. Like, you had a
Then you spent
Japanese.
the other half on games that have no information at all. What platforms? Who knows? When? I don't know.
Yeah, like,
It's
just
that was I get they wanted to have this stream to announce stuff on like Dragon Quest Day. Like this is the 35th anniversary to the day.
mhm.
But it was
It's
not good.
it is what it
They
is, but
it is.
I can't. I'm a little bit like, I'm really happy about a couple things. Like, I am really, really excited for Dragon Quest 3 being remade in that style.
Same. Like
Like, that's a day one
that I'm
buy, and
oh, that's a
I'm
day
calling in
0 by
I'm,
I'll
calling
fight a
in
man to
to
get that
work.
early. I don't care. But like
I will be
it's
calling
just
in sick. I will take a week off work. I'm going to be playing this game at lunch.
same and like that's the only thing of this entire trailer or the entire stream that I actually liked.
Like, the only thing that got me super, super excited about it.
And it's also worth noting that the Infinity Strash, like Adventure of Dai or Dino Daiboken's game was shown in the Japanese section. So I don't know if we're just not getting Infinity Strash.
Infinity's
Because if so,
trash
that kind of
or
sucks.
Infinity's trash?
Yes, but I mean, it looked
Yes.
pretty cool from the Japanese trailer, and the subtitle is actually in English, so I assumed we're gonna get it, but
It's strange that they didn't mention anything. Maybe it's just because it's not planned for a worldwide release, so they don't want to say anything too early.
that didn't stop them with 10, now did it? Really? And like the stream being so delayed only made it so much worse for me. Like I shit you not, for most of that stream, my desktop trying to run it was a solid 2 minutes behind you.
That's crazy.
I I don't like YouTube streaming. I want Twitch streaming, please. Uh, game developers, I know you watch this.
Well, yeah, we're
When you
YouTube
have
famous
big
now. We have
events like
15
this,
views. Come
stream it
on.
on Twitch like everyone else, because YouTube's really shitty with streaming and latency.
Yeah.
Like, even with like with E3, I'll be watching it on Twitch, because if I watch it on YouTube, you're gonna be a minute behind. That's why I'm like, "Are you watching it on Twitch?" Because, like, yeah, if you're watching it on Twitch, it's usually faster. Like,
No, I
any
don't
other
think they
time,
did it. I
dude,
think they only did it
better.
on YouTube. They didn't give any Twitch
Yeah, I
links,
didn't
from
see
my
it, I looked.
understanding.
But that I know that was putting me in a very sassy mood to begin with, so but that's not Square Enix's fault. What is Square Enix's fault is they really need to calm down on their ow the edge they've been on lately.
Little
Like,
bit.
just stop it, Square. No, like, we're in a time of a massive pandemic. There is a whole lot of depression going around. You know what we really don't want? Dark and edgy right now. Give us some wholesome shit. Give us that, like, oh, maybe life isn't so bad. Just don't
Give us
really
fluffy
double down on
bunnies, not
depression. Thank you.
demons and death. Like,
It's like, I too want to die. Thank you, Square. Like, God. It's like Final Fantasy 16, super dark and edgy.
fluffy slimes.
Forspoken, edgy darkness. Well, Forspoken's not as edgy, but it's like still like gritty, real. It's
Mm-hmm.
like
And
about Babylon's Fall. Remember that one? The Square Enix game with Platinum. No one remembers it. It's fine. Go on. Even like Bravely Default 2 was weirdly dark in times.
I haven't
Like,
even
give
played
me
much
more
of
like
that. I'm still in
Trials of
like
Mana.
Thousand
Like
was
Trials of Mana
beautiful.
remake was bright, wholesome. It felt good. I didn't get sad playing the game. If I get sad playing your game, it's too real. We can go play Balan Wonderworld. I'm sure that game's down to 4 cents by now.
Not quite, but it's getting there.
God, I need to like look up a list of wholesome RPGs I can play that won't make me want to die.
Wholesome RPGs that don't want to make me die. No, not wholesome
Wholesome RPGs.
I literally typed in wholesome rugs.
Okay, I found a Reddit post. Feel good JRPGs. First Grandia. Maybe. Guys of Arcadia. Alright, I can get with that one. Yeah.
Grapple Dog. Power
Persona
Wash
4.
Simulator.
Persona 4 is a murder mystery. That's not exactly feel good. Nor is Final Fantasy 5 with death. Like, good God.
I
Oh,
haven't even
listen.
heard of half of these. It's not necessarily
Oh yeah,
RPGs, but
yes, good wholesome RPGs like Tales of Vesperia.
that again is also about, you know, that.
Like,
But what's
none of this list is wholesome. Like,
Yes, Power
Jesus
Wash
Christ.
Simulator. It's on Steam.
Okay, okay, okay. I have to say this because I saw this on this list, and unfortunately, their account was deleted, so I don't have a username for them. But if you think Mother 3 is a feel-good RPG, you're a sociopath.
I haven't
Fuck.
even played Mother 3, and I know how that is not a wholesome
That
game
is
at
the
all.
opposite of wholesome. That is like
The art style is wholesome, but that's
emotional.
about it.
Yeah, that is literally about death and like grieving. That is not feel good. Oh God. Oh man. Also, this list constantly says Dragon Quest, which is hilarious given what we just heard.
Yeah, yeah.
What I'm learning here is people on Reddit don't know what the word wholesome is. Man.
Very.
In other news, I'm glad that they're doing more HD 2D. Honestly, I really am. Between Dragon Quest 3, uh, Project Triangle Strategy, which is still the dumbest name ever. It's right up there with Infinite Undiscovery, and that's not supposed to happen. Um, I'm glad they're doing more of those because that is the perfect way to remake older games. Because like this remake looks incredible for Dragon Quest III. If they would remade any of the old Final Fantasies like that, it would be amazing. I know you have a personal vendetta against Final Fantasy VI, but that would be the
I
fantastic way to
don't
do
have a
it.
personal vendetta. It's just not my
You do.
favorite
Don't.
game. If they
No, you have a
remake,
personal vendetta because people talk about it like it's the best one, and you're like lukewarm on it. I know, but if they remade Final Fantasy VI like that, I would die. I would legitimately die of happiness.
mhm.
I wouldn't get to play it. I'd die too fast. Like I would love that, or 5, or 4, or please do 3. Make a version of 3 that doesn't run on an NES or at 15 frames. Just make a version that's playable.
No, realistically, like you could take any of the, like Super Nintendo iconic RPGs, like any of the Final Fantasies up till 6 or any of the Dragon Quests like up until
Hear me out.
6.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Chrono Trigger.
I'd play that.
HD 2D Chrono Trigger. Oh god. I would lose my shit. I would lose my shit so hard. That would I think that would be probably one of the announcements they can make that would literally break the internet.
Yeah, it probably would.
I feel like that'd break some shit. Like that's Final Fantasy 7 remake levels of insane.
Yeah,
Like
Chrono Trigger
that
has
would
a
be
little bit of a following.
and that's not even to say that it needs it though. It really doesn't. But if they did it, it'd be incredible. Like it's like Dragon Quest 3, like the Super Nintendo version looks great. Like I know people hate the modern version because it looks very like mobile, but it didn't look that bad to me personally. It's a lot better than say the mobile versions of Final Fantasy 5 and 6 because those are abominations. Oh
They're
god,
pretty
those are
bad.
abominations.
It's like they
Like I
took
can
Final Fantasy 6 and threw it through like an auto paint simulator. Like
they put it in a Vaseline filter and called it a day. Like you can literally see where the tiles don't line up,
I know,
and it's
and I tried
terrible.
playing the Steam version a little bit and I'm like,
I tried with 5 and I couldn't. Like 5 has like the cool like character art. It's really nice, but like no, like it's just so weird to think like look at all the Square Enix games lately that have been like classic remakes. Like or not even remakes, but like upgraded version. Like Saga's been doing amazing. Like Romancing Saga 2, 3, Saga Frontier, all got fantastic like new versions. Like Saga Frontier Remastered even uses AI upscaling to make the game look amazing. It looks incredible. I mean, it's still a PS1 game at heart, and it shows, but it still is a huge improvement, especially like the backgrounds and everything like that. And like Romancing Saga 2 and 3 are basically fully remade and they look incredible. Granted, all 3 of them have really shitty UIs because they're meant for mobile, but it's insane to think that Saga is getting better treatment than Final Fantasy. Like, I love Saga, don't get me wrong. Saga Frontier and, like, Romantic Saga 3, 2 of the best games of that era. But, like, where the fuck did they get really high quality upgraded versions over any of the Final Fantasy games?
yeah, it's funny
They did
though.
more for Saga Frontier Remastered than Final Fantasy 8 Remastered.
Like Final Fantasy 8 remastered is like okay, I love
It's
Final
really good
Fantasy
until you go on
8.
the world map.
I love Final Fantasy 8. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and not Final Fantasy 6. But anyways, it's just like they basically just like they HD'd the sprites and that's it. Like you barely even
Yeah,
touch
but the
like
new models look a lot better.
oh, the
A
models look
lot better.
fantastic, but they clash with like the old pixelated backgrounds. It happened
See,
with Final
and
Fantasy 9 as
that's
well.
and that's why, like, with Final Fantasy 9, like, I wanna play 9 again because I wanna give it a fair shot because I haven't played it since I was a kid, really, and it's hard to, like, really get into it now. But, like, the AI upscaling mod, the Moguri mod on PC, it looks insane.
I've
It
seen
looks
it.
so
Yeah.
good. Like, why did they do that with Saga Frontier Remastered, but not any of the Final Fantasies? It's just
There's no
so
reason for it.
jarring. And, like, even, Legend of Mana, that remastered's coming out. which everyone forgets is coming out. But yeah, the Legend of Mana Remaster, that's getting new hand drawn artwork.
And it looks really, really
Like
good. I have it pre-ordered.
that's
Yeah, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to stream it. I might. We'll see.
they're
But
literally redrawing stuff for that game to make everything look crisp and clean. They're doing like what they did with Odin Sphere and making like a full, basically upgraded remake of it.
Odin's
And like,
Sphere is so gorgeous on the
yeah,
PS4.
it,
It's
it was
so
gorgeous on the
good.
PS2. It doesn't even matter. But like, they're redrawing the sprite work and everything like that, and like they're doing all this for Mana and Saga, but not Final Fantasy. It's so weird.
Here's
It's
my theory
just
on that is it's Final Fantasy and people will buy it regardless, so they don't have to try. Legend of Mana, Games and Saga Frontier, these are less known.
more niche games.
So they need to do something to
My
push
other
people
thought
to
on this,
want.
my other thought on it is the Saga Frontier, Legend of Mana are 2D games. All the Final Fantasies aren't. At least the
Yeah, I mean, it'd
PS2,
take a
PS3,
lot more work because then you'd have to,
PS1.
redraw all these pre-rendered
But really, all
backgrounds
they
and all
would have
that.
to do is AI upscale the backgrounds for a lot of for like 9. You can up-res the models. The models look fine in the new versions. Just up-res the backgrounds with AI upscaling. Like, it's exactly what they did with Saga Frontier. Just do that, it'd be
Yeah,
fine.
that's relatively new tech, though, is it not?
It's been around for a little bit, but it's kicking up. Like, I hope from here on, Square keeps doing that. Like, please, just give me like a Xenogears remake, please. I know you're not going to do it. I know you think there's no profitability of it. You're probably right, but god damn it, I want it anyway.
I mean,
Like,
Xenogears has a huge following too, though. Like it's like this is the perfect time. You have people that grew up with these games. They're making adult money. Come on, like you're like
eh,
you have people that grew up with
that's
these
what I'm doing is
games.
just buying dumb shit because I have adult money.
Yeah, but
Like
I
this
don't know.
microphone right here. And then the
Yes,
other microphone that's coming on Friday. Like, it's just kind of absurd. Yeah, too far.
definitely.
But like, I'm curious what else they're gonna give us. Like, Square has a lot of PS2 games they can do. Like, I genuinely don't know why they have a hatred for money and refuse to upscale or remaster Chrono Cross. But fuck you. First off, just saying. Just shots fired right there. Like Squaresoft back in the day made so many games that are iconic and they could easily bring them forward. Bring a modern version of Final Fantasy 1 and 2. Like, there hasn't been one since the PSP.
Yeah, like there's a
Like,
lot of games like that. Like you could bring back all of these Final Fantasy games, or again, like
yeah.
because we're in the concept of all the Dragon Quest games, like they're doing with 3. Like you could bring these back, upres everything on them, give them trophy support, and they'll sell like mad. Like
Yeah.
it's minimal effort
Like, and that's
with
the
huge
thing.
profits.
I feel like it is just a matter of, like, they'll make the money anyway, so why bother trying? Also, where's
Yeah.
my Final Fantasy Tactics collection, Square?
I, while
My
we're on the
Evil East collection.
concept of Square Enix, where's my Valkyrie Profile 3? Come on.
It's in development right now, I'm telling you.
This is going to be this is going to be a recurring joke in every single one of our YouTube uploads
Yeah, every one of our YouTube uploads is going to mention Valkyrie Profile at least once.
at least once, and me being
Side
angry
note,
that we don't have a Valkyrie Profile 3.
why don't they just release Valkyrie Profile Lenneth on modern consoles? They have it on phones.
They have it on, yeah, they have that, and then give us a HD remaster of the second game, and I
Or just honestly just upscale it. Like, you don't even need to like do much with it. Like, Slamera looks amazing to
Okay, I
begin
was
with.
gonna say Valkyrie Profile 3 is you or 2, sorry. Like you don't even have to upscale that game. That game looks good in today's standards. Like
Really, it truly does. Like, you have to give credit for Valkyrie Profile 2 for being one of the few games that actually runs at 1080i on the fucking PS2.
and yeah, like there's like one of like what 3 or 4 games on the PS2 that ran at 1080i. Like, come on.
I just feel like Square is just odd when it comes to what they want to release. Like, they've done plenty of mobile ports, especially to like PC. Like they've done plenty of PC ports from their mobile games between Saga, Final Fantasy, and all this sort. But for some reason, they refuse to do it for something like Tactics. They refuse to do it for Valkyrie Profile. They refuse to
Yeah,
do it for Dragon Quest. Like they're just really the worst. They're the
yeah.
worst.
I don't know.
And like I assume Valkyrie Profile Lenneth is actually like in like HD for the iOS version.
It looks really
So
good. Like
like
it.
I assume they redid stuff for it. So they have new text and stuff like that to make it look better. Yeah, it even promotes HD graphics and partial gamepad support, which I did not know. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, no, it
Um,
looks really, really good, and it like honestly, even playing it on a touchscreen, it actually plays pretty decently. Like, it's not bad at all. Like, I don't know why they can't do that. Like, just port it to PS4, or even port it to Switch. Like, they did it with Star Ocean. Why can't they do it with Valkyrie Profile? Like,
yeah, and speaking of Star Ocean, why the hell did we only get one and not two?
I don't understand that at all, and I'm not
I'm
about
realizing
to.
how much I hate Square Enix. Like I truly hate Square Enix.
Hashtag sponsor us, Square Enix.
Like they released Star Ocean 2 on PS4 and Vita in Japan, and then we just didn't get it. I'd love to replay that. But they're like, "Nah, fam. Americans don't know how to play video games.
Americans don't
We're gonna
like
give them
quality
what they
action
really
RPGs.
want." You know what they really want? I don't know. Outriders, The Quiet Man,
Random mobile Dragon Quest puzzle games.
Dark and Gritty bullshit, Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory.
Yeah.
It's actually not
Anyways,
that
we
bad.
should probably call it pretty soon.
I can literally rant on this for 7 hours, so yeah, you're probably right.
Can confirm he's done it before.
Alright, so we'll wrap up real quick. We could probably cut around this if we really wanted to. For final ratings for this stream, I'll let you go first, and I feel like you're gonna be more generous than I am.
As a whole, I'd probably give it a 6 or 7 out of 10. Only because a lot of the stuff does not apply to us as people that do not live in Japan. um, it's like,
There's points immediately for that.
yeah,
So
like seriously.
6 is our max because we don't get the other 2. Um,
It only gets pushed up because of Dragon Quest 3, the remake. Honestly, like I was mostly happy with like Dragon Quest 3, and then like on the stuff that we're actually getting, I'm not too upset about most of it other than, the little bit of disappointment with Dragon Quest 12. But like, yeah, I'd say probably a 6 for the whole stream.
all right, I give it a 4
Oof.
just because I hate it so much. Dragon Quest 3 was the only thing I actually liked about it. I'm not taking points away for the mobile game. I'm not really taking points away for Dragon Quest 10 either. Like that's whatever. I'm taking points away for the blatant changing from a monsters game to a who knows game, which is an RPG but not like a normal RPG, which says nothing. Um, it could be good. I'm just negative on it, and most of the point loss is because of 12 going the dark gritty route and not being traditional and not being anything yet. It gets 1 point. It gets 3 points for Dragon Quest 3, which out of 10, which was a small part of the entire thing. It gets 1 point for the logo of Final Fantasy, or sorry, Dragon Quest 12 looking kind of cool. That's his plus. It's like, well, the logo looks pretty badass. I don't know why it's a Dragon Quest logo, but yeah, I give it a 4. I'm actually uh actually I want to give it a unofficial 3 because their stream sucked. But that's
because
not their
this
fault, probably. That's
because their
probably YouTube.
stream couldn't keep it up. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I think that'll wrap it up. We might cut around this. If you want to upload this in like the drive, I'll cut around it.
Probably not. But anyways,
Okay.
do you want to shout out your stream too?
Sure. I am Eddie or Legendary Sketch. You can find me at twitch.tv/LegendarySkitch.
Yeah,
And my
and
Twitter is also Legendary Sketch, which I almost never use it.
yeah. And I'm Justin, or I go by Shinky on Twitch, and I stream every Sundays and Mondays. I'll have the links down in the description below, so you can check us out there.
And of
And
course, also check out our JRPG Discord, which we'll have a link below as well, and our stream team, just to see all of our other fellow JRPG streamers that have joined us, and our Twitter to follow when one of our team members goes live.
alrighty,
So yeah,
we
I think we've
covered everything,
chilled enough on this one. Yeah,
and we will see
we've
you on the next CotU React stream then.
yeah, absolutely. Everybody have a good day.
Bye bye.
Bye.